Hi. Uh, I was actually debating, whether I should be making this video or not. And फिर करें नहीं करें नहीं करें. But I said, what the hell, let's make it. And I'll tell you the trigger for it, where it came. So a couple of weeks ago, I was meeting uh, the senior leadership of MD of a company, and we were having a talk. So he was more interested to know what have I done, you know, what all has happened. And the question was, how did I get into consulting and all. So I was giving my brief about my background and professional background, and then my personal background. So when it came that, okay, so you quit Ranbaxy, I said yes. The intent was different. I needed to take a break, and I wanted to enroll myself into PhD. So he asked, okay, so how long did it take for you to do the PhD? A year? I was stunned. I said, no, it took 6 years. And I don't know, his face was very deadpan, so I don't know what he thought. So maybe he might have thought that the PhD would be very, very quick. And he said, okay, 6 years, but why did it take 6 years? So I said, yeah, because I, very frankly, sir, when I went to enrolled myself into PhD, I thought I'll finish it in three years. In my time, there was an integrated course. There was an MPhil and a PhD program. So 3 to 4 years, I would finish it. Mac- Minimum three, minimum two, maximum 3 years. And it went to 6 years. And the reason behind that was that there were no shortcuts. I was blessed, as some of you who've read my book would know, that I was blessed with a guide who told me not to take shortcuts. And it was, though I was very impatient because I had started my consulting practice and I wanted to get it done and over with. I wanted that tag of, being doctor very much. But when I started on the journey, I started loving the journey more. And there were times when I, did a bit of pushback to my guide, that why are you telling me to take papers which I've not done. Let me do papers which I've done in, during my B school, and let me take a lesser sample size. Let me do my publications in normal journals where it's easier to get it done. But I think full credit goes to my guide who said, don't take these shortcuts. You never know when they'll come and bite you in the place where you sit on. And I'm glad I did that. Yeah, sure, it took 6 years, but today I can very confidently say that uh, that discovery, yes, I do value the PhD tag, but that journey of discovery is the actual PhD, you know. And why I'm bringing the PhD angle into it? Because we are all into a business of certification. I've done a couple of certification programs also. And we all need, I mean, we are all there in a market where we're trying to showcase our sales, our careers and everything. But I'll ask you a very important question. Suppose you say that if you see a person has jumped, say, 7 levels in 5 years, would you be very confident about that person? Possibly no, because how has the person jumped? Now, maybe either the person is very talented, maybe, or maybe something else. So there's certain things which take time, certain things don't take time. And it's nothing like what is right, what is wrong. Should one take a certificate and put it? Should one take? It's a personal choice. There's no going into it. It's exactly why do you want it. I think any certification course which we do, any educational course which we do want that tag. I mean, there's no going back it. But if we only go for the tag, possibly we're missing out on a lot more than the tag could offer. And that is the process of discovery. That is the journey. It's like, we're so used to quick commerce today. You blink it something, it'll come instantly. We get wired into a system of wanting things instantly. We want instantly to build a brand. We want instantly to upgrade our skills. We want instantly to get certifications. Everywhere it may not work. Yeah, you can get your eggs in the morning. You want a Xerox very quickly. Yeah, that's fine. But this instant thing everywhere may not be work everywhere. But again, as I said, it's a question of choice. So when you're taking business decisions or heading a business or growing a brand, be very wary of instantaneous. I'm not saying think long term. There's nothing called long, medium, short, right? At the end of the day, you have to fix the car while it's running. And but yes, uh, jugaad and instant may, there are, if you, as my uncle would say, there is actually no shortcuts in life. You know, every the shortcut may turn out to be a long cut. So yeah, but sometimes they help. They do help. And as I said, it's a question of just choice. But be careful, be cognizant of what is your intent, what are you driving for, right? So that was the video on, and hope to catch you soon. Bye.